Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us here at Vyntris. This video is going to help you quickly onboard your domain so you can get started with tracking your domain, your rankings, and your AI visibility. So let's hop right into it. First things first, you're going to click Add Domain right here. Okay. Once you've clicked Add Domain, you're going to land on this first step. This first step is going to allow you to choose which brand your domain is going to live under. So let's go ahead and select the brand that we want the domain to live under. Okay, now that we've selected the brand that we want to live under, we have a few steps to go through to onboard the domain. Don't worry, this is very simple. It's designed for anybody who has or does not have any tech skills. So let's get started. First things first, we're going to give the domain a name. In this case, I'll put Yoga Life Lessons, since that is the domain that we're going to be doing this example on. And we'll paste the domain right there. So copy that, paste that in, and click continue. Next thing, we need to select the time zone. Now, this time zone is very important. This is how we control when reports run and the analytics and making sure that it shows the data relevant to where you actually live. So for setting the time zone, it's better to set the time zone for where this business actually lives. So in this case, we'll put Dallas, Texas. Okay. It will select the time zone. If you don't know the time zone, just type in the city that the business is in, and the system will automatically detect the time zone for you. Okay, now we have the targeting area. This may or may not be the same as your time zone. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is type in a city or a geographic location that you want to target. I recommend doing it at the city level to begin with. For more advanced users who kind of know more about targeting, go ahead and put in the areas that you want. You can even narrow it down to neighborhoods. My suggestion always, since this is going to be your primary location, is go ahead and pick the city that you're primarily targeting. So in this case, we'll choose Dallas, Texas again. Okay. Next is the keyword tracking. If you don't have keywords, don't worry. Or if you don't know which keywords to put in here, or maybe you just don't like the keywords that you currently have been using, don't worry about that. We do have a system in place to get you better keywords that are fully researched. Before I jump into that, let's go ahead and do an example as if you do have keywords. In this case, let's say I had a keyword yoga that I wanted to track, and you just add it into this little box here and click add to list. It will then add it to your list of keywords that are going to be tracked. Now, as I said a second ago, if you don't have any keywords, don't worry. Our system is actually built to do keyword research for you. So what you can do is go into the keyword market research area, and it's going to describe exactly what we do when we do the keyword research for you. Okay. And we use a lot of different data points to do this. So it's not just a generic keyword database that we're using here. This is actual research that gets done on your domain, in your area, and for your defined targets. So let's go ahead and proceed. So we're going to have the AI do the research and our system do the research for you. In this case, I'm going to go back to my website and I'm just going to grab a bunch of data. Okay, I'm going to paste it right in here. I'm not going to format it. I'm not going to waste any time doing that. I'm just going to just grab a bunch of text that I feel is appropriate, copy, and just paste it in there. Okay, and that's good enough. Now what I want to do is describe my ideal customer. Now this is very important because it gives us an entirely new data point that most researchers don't actually use. But we do because we feel like it's very valuable. And with targeting, the better you can target somebody, the better results you're going to get, right? So in this case, I would target our ideal or our primary customer is women between the ages of 21 and 35 who want to take yoga lessons multiple times per week. Simple description, right? Simple description helping guide the research to who you're trying to target. So we'll go ahead and run the analysis. This analysis can take 10, 20, 30 seconds. We do kind of tell you that was pretty quick, right? So it read the description and gave me a list of keywords that are for our area. Now, I want to be clear that our system is based heavily on geolocation, meaning that we are very aware that keywords need to be geocentric, meaning that what works in Dallas, Texas might not work in Dubai, so to speak. So when the research was done, it did use your geolocation to come up with these keywords, and it does track them based on your geolocation when you set your target area. So that is all covered in whenever it's creating keywords for you for tracking. I do like these. If I found some that I do not like, I can uncheck the keywords, but in this case, I'll just leave everything checked. Okay, and I'll click this button, add selected tracking to list. And there we go. Now I have all those keywords added to my list that I'm going to track for my ranking in both Google, Bing, Yahoo, or anywhere else. Could be YouTube, and I'll go into that in just a second. So now that we have our keyword tracking keywords, let's click continue. Now we want to track things that are in AI. And these are the AI prompts. And a lot of people might not know what's being asked inside of AI. If you don't know, again, we have our research tool here that will do the research for you and give you actual prompts that have been used in AI in your area. And that's very, very important to note. We do not use a generic giant database of pre-made prompts. Okay. We do allow you to create as many prompts that you feel fit you in your industry and your geolocation. So they're all basically all custom prompts that we can track, or you can do a combination of both prompts that you want to track as well as AI prompts that have been decided based on the research. So let's go ahead and do the research avenue. And again, it shows you that we are going to be doing research based on your domain, based on your geolocation, and we describe the type of research that's being done to generate these prompts, okay? And again, I'm just going to grab data from my website, okay? And I'm not going to spend any time formatting it because you don't need to do that. Just do that. We can do all this again and paste that in here. Okay. And let's just let the AI go to work. It's going to reuse how we described our ideal customer earlier. So again, that is another point that we use when we do our research. Let's go ahead and run the AI analysis. Just give it a couple seconds to go ahead and run its prompt. It shouldn't take too long. There we go. So yoga classes near me. Yes, that's probably something being asked inside of AI. There's a lot of things in here being asked inside of AI. A lot of these are good. Now, if you don't feel like they're very good, again, you can uncheck them by just clicking the little check boxes to not have them tracked as phrases. But I'm going to go ahead and add all of these. Just click add selected to the track list. And there we go. Now we have a lot of AI prompts that have been thoroughly researched and ready to go into your tracking. So let's go ahead and click continue. This last step is not necessarily for everybody, but we are a unique platform that we do allow tracking inside of YouTube, meaning that your keywords, your AI prompts can actually be used to see if it's generating your videos in results, search results inside of YouTube. If you have a YouTube channel, this is going to become very, very valuable to you. If you don't and you plan on starting one later, you can always add this later. You don't have to add it right now. In this case, I do not have a video channel, a YouTube channel set up for tracking. So in this case, I'll just skip YouTube for now. If you did have one, you would click yes, and you would put your channel ID here, or you can always add your channel ID later. There are two different types of YouTube tracking that are done by our system, and I'll make another video on that later. But for now, let's just go ahead and skip that and click continue. Once you've done that, it's going to show you that it's where it's being created inside of which brand, that it's a free. If this is free for you, then great. It's going to show that as well. In this case, we do have a $40 free gift that you're getting that's being provided. So if you're signed up or you're joining at the time that we do offer the free $40 free gift to you, congratulations. So it's going to select use my billing profile. Now, when I signed up under a free account. So while it is attaching to my billing profile, there is no credit card, there is no billing or money getting processed. So we'll go ahead and click create domain and analytics account. It's going to jump through. It's going to give me a final summary of what's being charged to my account. In this case, nothing is being charged. So we're safe to go ahead and process this account. Okay. And create workspace, no charge today. Click that. It will run through the setup for us. All right, here we go. And just let it run through the steps. Once it completes the steps, it will automatically put us into our new dashboard. And that is the complete setup on how you can jumpstart Vyntris and get Vyntris going right away and get tracking going right away. Again, we tried to make it as simple as possible while giving you the best starting point as possible, being able to bring in your own keywords or bring in or have research keywords and research prompts used for tracking. And as you can see, it all got put together and has put me into my dashboard. One thing I do want to note is you will probably see this alert right off the bat. That means that the system is working. It is actively gathering the data for you. And as soon as that data is available, usually takes, it can be anywhere from a minute to 10 minutes, depending on how much data you've asked it to track. This will go away and you will start to see your data start to populate. Okay. Now, one thing I do want to note, just as a side note, it's very important. Make sure you go into your SEO settings and scroll down and make sure that you put this tracking code in the header of your domain. That is very, very important. Without this header tracking code in your SEO dashboard, you will not be able to get these stats showing you how much traffic is going on your website and the division of traffic showing how many were real and how many were fake, which we both know is very important to know how many human sessions there were and how many bot sessions there were to make sure that the traffic going across your site is actually valuable traffic. Okay, so please don't forget that step. It's in SEO settings. Inside your settings, you're just going to scroll down until you find your tracking code, copy this tracking code and put it in the head of your domain. Okay.